Good morning. It's Dr. Shannon live with you this morning for the Dr. Shannon live show. And here the notifications are going out. Just giving you guys time to log in. It's good to be with you this morning, live from Tampa, sunny Florida today. So, yes, I'm Dr. Shannon Roberts. I am your hostess for every week coming on live on Wednesday mornings. To give you for this year, we're walking through every week one healthy tip on what does it look like to be in a healthy marriage, a healthy relationship? What are the attributes, the secret sauce of how these couples make it? And so I'm going to be offering one today. This is a biggie, guys. The art of an apology. Good morning. The art of being able to say the words, I'm sorry. Listen, these are hard words. I was wrong, right? And a lot of times, not only is it, pride that keeps us from it, but also just our cultural upbringing. What was the rhythm of repair in your home? How was conflict managed? With the ability to come and make repair and close the gap to be able to move on. Was it swept under the rug? Were there actual words spoken to try to amend emotions and feelings? Were there ways that your family members role modeled the ability to express humility? Good morning. So listen, I did not necessarily come from a family where those words were spoken readily and easily. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I hurt you. So that was, something I had to learn. And so the culture, the feed is a little glitchy. I'm so sorry. Let's see oh gosh, I'm full bars. Okay. Thank you for the feedback. So that's something that I definitely had to develop in my own personal journey of growth, relational journey of growth. Definitely. But there are all kinds of books out there, the art of the apology, the nature of apology, that people can actually apologize without, maybe speaking the words. I get it. Maybe it's just a general attitude adjustment. Maybe they buy a gift, or maybe they do a special service for you to show their desire to make things right. But healthy couples actually get this repair down with several different steps. Healthy couples will actually choose to want to make restoration or reconnection or repair a priority over whether or not they feel like they were right, or whether they want to make sure that the partner knows that the offense felt was not intended. But those people, those couples that are choosing, regardless of whether my motive was to be hurtful or not, or regardless of whether I feel like I was justified or not, or regardless of whether the offense shouldn't have been felt anyway, it was no big deal. They still choose that it matters to them that their partner is feeling it. That becomes the most important over and above these others. I mean, if we accidentally step on someone's foot, we always immediately say, oh, sorry, excuse me. Even though we didn't mean to, we still say the words. And that's where we have to get really good at not only saying the words, speaking them with true intent. I'm so sorry. And this is something, listen, in my office, once um, one of the couples really understands that they are um, feeling this thing, of course, if you care and it matters to you and you love this person, you automatically say, oh gosh, I'm sorry. I would never want you to feel that way, right? So saying the words, speaking the words, authentically expressing those with congruent emotion, and then naming the offense with an I. I'm sorry, not I'm sorry, you. Here we go. I'm sorry you felt angry. I'm sorry you felt hurt. I'm sorry you felt. You have to be willing to own the action, behavior, the words that might have impacted that feeling to happen. I'm sorry I was late. I'm sorry that my words were hurtful. I'm sorry that my behavior caused this to happen, right? And owning the behavior with an I statement. But lastly, the thing I need to say is, gosh, if you have this art of apology down, um, readily, easily, as just a way of wanting to, put a period on the discussion and get out of it quickly, you're going to want to be careful because an apology very quickly without allowing space for your partner to to share before you say, well, I'm sorry, as like, okay, we're done with this discussion. It really has to be that genuine, oh, is there anything more I need to know so that you are getting what you're apologizing for, right? And then healthy couples allow that space before that, I'm so sorry, not just to put a period on and an ending, right? But also healthy couples that apologize for an offense are very willing to take that in and make changes and shifts and trying not to do it again. Now, we're not perfect, but if you find that you're apologizing or needing to apologize for a repetitive pattern of behavior over and over and over again, and you haven't necessarily been willing to make shifts and changes in the behavior, that's problematic. But so healthy couples apologize and shift to make sure that doesn't happen again. Right? How many of us have heard the saying, oh, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission? If you find that you're in this relationship and you're continuing to just ask for forgiveness because you know that the behavior is going to be offensive, but you choose to do it anyway, that's not necessarily the art of repair. Art of repair in healthy couples, it matters to them enough to say, wow, I'm not only going to own it, I'm going to verbalize it and I'll shift it. And so they can give reassurances behind the repair. Wow, this is big stuff. I told you it was big and heavy this week. And listen, we're all learning, growing, challenging ourselves in the most important relationship. Move towards a really healthy art of apology and repair and reassurance, making sure you do each one of those steps. Walking in humility, oh, it feels so much better on the other end of a repair. It's hard to get it out to walk in that humility, to own it. But on the other side of it, there's such a freedom of being seen as flawed and accepted and forgiven and loved anyway. There's a big sigh of relief on the other end of that, instead of trying to shift and hide and blame shift and um, defend and cover, and just the open-ended, I surrender, I did this wrong, I hurt, I offended, please accept my sincere apology. And isn't that what love is? At the other end of a sincere repair and apology is acceptance and an ability to move on. There's freedom in that. So that's the healthy couples tip of this week. Be looking out for my podcast, guys. There's a lot of neat and exciting things on there. Love Leading with Dr. Shanon on every platform that you get your podcasts in. Go look me up. We give different kinds of things on that format than we do in this live show. So you're going to hear other couples and their testimonies that I work with. You are hearing me interview some other people that can really contribute to the field of love leading and learning to love well in your most important relationship. And I also walk you through some really important stuff that you might need to know. So go look me up on the Love Leading with Dr. Shanon podcast, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.